Hello and welcome back to the Fortnightly Q&A. My name's Lumin and right now we're answering some questions. I've got a whole list of really good ones here to get through and I can't wait. Before I start though, I have to explain why I'm not wearing this right now. I said I was going to wear it for like a week straight. I'm not wearing it, but there's a good reason. Walfuzz sent me a t-shirt. He's the guy who asked if he could send me a college t-shirt and then just sent it anyway without waiting for the answer. So here it is. Texas Tech. Come on, wait. Webcam. What are you doing? There. National University Holiday Bowl. December 30, 2013. Qualcomm Stadium. Over here it says San Diego. It's a pretty nice shirt. It's an XL though. Very red. Very, very red. I don't think I own many red shirts. So that's cool. But it is way too big for me. You know, two of me could probably fit in here. It's large. And it's also heavy duty. It feels like you could play pretty much any sport in this and have it survive. Honestly. But it's nice. Thank you very much, Walfuzz. Thank you. Now. First question. Nayab Kokar. Could you please post a video of you skipping rope and only skipping rope for 5 to 10 minutes? That would be brilliant. No. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe one day when I'm an Olympic rope skipper, then I'll do it, and it'll be more like a brag video. Maybe then. Ignore my name. Which hero are you gonna get? I've already failed. I'm sorry. That just didn't happen. Which hero are you gonna get to gold first? I'm assuming this is a Hearthstone question. I'm going for Priest. I want my Priest golden portrait, and I want it now. Not gonna get it now, so instead I'll settle for the 150 wins that I've got at the moment. That's not bad. Okay. It's not bad. I'm past 1/5 of the way to my goal. It's okay. 350 more wins. And I'm there. Celtic Uchu. Konnichiwa, Lumin. I have a question for you about Hearthstone. Good, another Hearthstone question. Hearthstone had huge hype and interest from closed alpha until release. Do you think the hype is calming down now? Then there's a second part of the question, but I'll answer this one first. So, yes, the hype did calm down, but then they announced adventure mode, and it soared. I'm excited about adventure mode. The possibilities for adventure mode and the adventures they could potentially put out there for us to play, endless. Seriously, imagine an Uldar raid. Or Karazhan. Molten Core. That wouldn't really make sense seeing that Ragnaros is a minion in the game. Serpent Shrine Cavern. The Black Temple. Then Illidan can like jump out from behind a rock and say, "Ha! You didn't kill me in the tutorial. I merely faked my death." Anyway. There's a lot to be excited about for Hearthstone players. If you're a Hearthstone player right now, you should be excited. Because it's going to be really cool. And all the other stuff they're working on as well. I think the hype levels are right up at their maximum at the moment. Just because of all the cool new stuff we've seen. But when you actually ask this question, yes, I guess the hype levels were dropping a little bit. But they seem to be doing a good job at just injecting the community with hype every now and then, with like things like the card backs and now the adventure mode. There's more coming, don't even worry. I've got some insider information about that, but I'm hyped. I am. Then, if you could play only Hearthstone or only Heroes of the Storm, which would you choose? So currently Heroes of the Storm doesn't have all that much in it. There aren't that many heroes. I am personally having some problems leveling my account, so it's not been that fun for me. There's a lot of lag, but once all of that has been sorted out, once the game is maybe live with a whole bunch of heroes, all the bugs and stuff ironed out, then it would be very close for me. But I think Hearthstone would probably win because it's more my type of game, more so than a MOBA would be, or an action RTS brawler type thing that Heroes of the Storm is. So I would personally choose Hearthstone, but it would be very close. Very close. Riverside 10291. Which legendary should I craft and why, as I've disenchanted Tinkmaster Overspark? So I assume you've already, by this point in time, crafted one. But the choices you gave me were Tyrion, Jaraxxus, Leroy, Ken, Hogger, Sylvanas, or Ragnaros. Ragnaros is hands down the best of those. He can be used in any deck. He is just really good. He can win games for you. So I'd say if you don't have one specific class or style that you want to stick with, then Ragnaros makes the most sense. But if you want to only play face Russian hunter decks, then something like Leroy might make more sense. And if you don't like Ragnaros as a hero, then Ken and Sylvanas are really good as well. They could also fit in any deck, and they're always useful. But I'd say of all of those, Ragnaros is the best. So go for that. Kato Flory. Hi Lumin, here's my question. I know it may be a bit far away, but maybe in your current position, if you were able to stream, would you have enough time for all this YouTube content you're producing? I mean, like, would you add the stream time to your work time, or would you cut some YouTube stuff down for streaming? For me, it's rather important because I normally prefer YouTube over Twitch, more flexibility. I do, however, think you'd make a great streamer. Thank you. So I would probably add it to my work time. I would do it, say, after I've finished my YouTube videos for the day. After I've finished my recording, my editing, whatever I've done. And it would be more chill time. It obviously depends, because at certain points you would want to be, you know, ready for, say, the release of a game, the start of an alpha or beta. So that would probably cut into the YouTube time a little bit. But for the most part, I'd say it would be an extra, and I wouldn't really slow things down, just because. What I'm doing right now on YouTube, I think I could probably fit into less time than I'm spending doing it right now, because I do allocate myself quite a bit of extra time during the day so that I don't just completely, I don't know, frizz myself out in front of the PC. I don't even know what that means. I was just looking at my hair and thinking, man, bad hair day. Too much hair too. I'll get rid of it soon, don't worry, but I think I'll be able to handle it. Okay? I seriously think I would be able to, so don't even worry. King Dom Dom 1. You get so few views for a gaming YouTuber, why do you bother? Genuine question here. I'd be really discouraged in such a position. So I made a face there because this is the kind of question that people would cringe at. I, however, would not, because I will give you a genuine answer, and I'll tell you right away that I don't really see myself as someone who gets too few views. I think the amount of views I'm getting right now is proportionally correct. Percentage-wise, it's absolutely okay. So if you compare me to Force, maybe, someone bigger, a bigger YouTuber with a ton of subscribers, I'm getting about the same percentage of views that he's getting. So Force has, let's say Force had 300,000 on the dot. He's getting, on some of his videos, only 10 to 15,000 views. Well, on most of them, actually. Let's just go and look as a experiment. YouTube.com/Force SC2 strategy. It autofills because I do visit his channel. So, let's look. He gets around, now this is on most of his videos, let's say 13 to 25,000. Some of his Force feeds get way more. Some of his fun, crazy videos get way more, like 60, 70,000, which is really good. And kudos to him for attracting the attention on those videos. But let's say on average, for the sake of this right here, he gets between 15 and 30,000 on his videos. That seems about right. It climbs up higher as time passes, which also seems about right. Now, he has 351,000 subscribers, and that said, he's getting about 10% of his viewers watching his videos. Bit less, actually. I am at around 20, 26,000, 27,000. I'm not quite getting that amount, but I am at the moment covering a larger variety, and the stuff that I do that I feel the most people are here to watch, like Hearthstone, and I suppose, let's just say the Blizzard stuff, and then the more me videos, the Tales of Lumin episodes, I'm actually opening my YouTube channel to have a look, just as an example. There you go, it's open. So, I'm getting around, and I've been getting good views recently on, you know, the latest series that I've done. Rankedman has been doing really well. Wildstar is actually doing incredibly well. I'm happy about that. Tales of Lumin episodes always get a lot of views. Elder Scrolls Online did incredibly well too. Heroes of the Storm is doing nicely. Diablo is doing very well. And so on and so forth. But say I get between 1,500 and 2,500 views on a video. Some are obviously much less, like Thief, which I will just say straight up was a mistake. But say I get that, then I'm also around 10%. Around, not exactly. So it's a little bit less, but I think that comes with size. So proportionally, percentage-wise, I'm doing okay. Just wanted to put that out there. Don't worry if you think that, hey, all 27,000 of my subscribers aren't watching my videos. That's not an issue. That's not what it's all about. Don't worry. But why do I bother? So this right here is what I'm passionate about. I love making YouTube videos. It's something that I want to do with all my heart, and it's something that I'm going to keep doing. I bother because people like you guys watch the videos, enjoy the videos, support me, leave comments, like them. That's why I bother. It is my passion in life. I want to do it. I want to stream one day. This is it. That's why I bother. It's worth it every time one of you thanks me for a video or says, wow, this was great. How did you come up with this? This is so creative. Man, your Let's Plays are just the bomb diggity. It's worth it every time I get comments like that. Every time I get a message. Every time I get a donation. Every time someone sends me a t-shirt. It's worth it. Seriously. That's why I bother. That's why I bother. Then, the Red Whiskey. Where do you see yourself in 2 years on YouTube? Another good question. And for this one, I do not have a good answer. I don't know. Where I want to see myself is in a comfortable position. That's it. I want to be able to make enough by doing this to be able to support my family. Hey, Snippy. He's there. He's listening to Daddy do the Q&A because he supports me like that. I don't know why he's not lying in his bed though, because it's much more comfortable. But that's where I'd like to be. In a comfortable position. There are dreams. And then there are realities. The reality of the situation is probably far more grim. And it's something that I wouldn't be able to predict just yet. But it could be good. Who knows? Growth on the channel has been amazing over the past month. Thanks to Elder Scrolls, Wildstar, I suppose my Hearthstone videos, and a few other things. But growth has been good. So thank you for that. Because it's probably you guys that did it. But where I see myself in 2 years, I just don't know. I'd like to see myself up where someone like Force is now. Or even beyond that point. Just because that would make me even happier. But we'll see. I've got big plans. I'm hoping that I can see them to fruition. But who knows. Frugal 1. Question. If you could choose one video game franchise to reboot, what would it be? Ultima. The Ultima series was the best series. That's it. Ultima 7, best game ever. Bradley Davis, will you ever play Xbox One? I can't say never, but currently I just don't see myself allocating any funds towards an Xbox One. I don't know. I would currently rather prefer something like an iPad, so I could play whatever I want to play on there, like Hearthstone, like Shadowrun Returns, FTL, all the other cool games you can play on there, you know? I just don't see myself spending that amount of money. Also, the console's not actually available in our country yet, so unless I move overseas, which is, you know, a possibility, I won't get it until like the end of the year when it releases here. But no, I'll say for now I'm not going to play on Xbox One. I would first buy a PlayStation, then an Xbox, so it could take some time. Corey Crawford, Lumin, if you could pick which continent in Tamriel the next Elder Scrolls game would take place, where would it be? Is Elsewhere a continent? I think that's more of like a province or a region or a country or whatever they call it. But I would say I want to see Elsewhere. A lot of it. That's what I want. P.O.Box. Lumin, this is probably not the best question, but you need a funny one from time to time. Here it goes. Would you rather have leg-sized fingers or finger-sized legs? Leg-sized fingers. Finger-sized legs. I would rather go, obviously, for the leg-sized fingers. Because, man, they can actually do something about that with surgery or whatever, so I'm going about it the practical route. But finger-sized legs, that's bad. That right there is bad. Unless I had like a whole lot of legs, and I was like a spider type thing. That would be weird. Man, that would be really weird. If I was like a pincushion that walked around like this. No thanks. I'd rather go for the leg-sized fingers, I'd say. It's also weird. It's not less weird in any way, but I'd go with that. Angus Gow. Hey Lumin, great video. I was wondering if you still play Guild Wars 2. I haven't been seeing as many of your guildies on the Glade, and ever since the start of the guesting system, I really wanted to guest with the Lumi. So I haven't played Guild Wars in a long time. The game completely lost its spark for me. I mean, they just didn't fix the issues that they were meant to fix like a month or two after launch. They didn't handle it well. They pushed out living world content that was weak at best, and I feel like they drove away a whole lot of their, I want to say subscribers, but there's no subscription fee, but their player base. I know it sounds harsh, but they made a lot of mistakes. I mean, it's coming up on the 2-year anniversary, and the game is only now with the feature pack getting some of the features it should have had a month or two after launch. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they ran out of funds. I don't know if they were so confident with the living world thing that they thought it would save the game or keep getting them players or whatever, but it didn't work. They made a mistake. Because I, for one, stopped playing. My wife stopped playing. She was so hardcore into that game, but they just didn't fix the issues she had. Her game performed terribly, and she's got a really good PC. They didn't add a wardrobe system at all. The late game content was... Let me not even talk about that. Okay, I personally liked the game for what it was. Lighthearted, fun, focusing on cosmetics and more like collecting and stuff like that, challenges and goodies of that nature. But you know, it didn't work. It stopped working when they didn't implement features to support that kind of gameplay. So I don't know. I might jump into Guild Wars again when the feature packs are out there. I think it might even be releasing today, I'm not sure. The 15th, yes. Today, they're starting the big releases. There's going to be a wardrobe and all that. So maybe I'll jump in and have a look. But, man, I just haven't felt it recently. The Living Story didn't do it for me. Then, Dyer made 6. Hi Lumin, I have 2 questions. Firstly, what are your top 5 games of all time? And secondly, what are your favorite YouTubers and streamers? I wouldn't be able to tell you what my top 5 games of all time are, but Ultima 7 would be close to the top. Real close. I'm bad at remembering these things. So I don't know. Ultima 7. That's up there. Hearthstone's probably up there too. Just because. I want to say Final Fantasy 7 or 8 would be in there as well. Maybe Beyond Good and Evil. For some reason that game, it just did it for me. But there are a couple for you to chew on for now. Favorite YouTubers and streamers? Once again, kind of tough. I watch a lot of Forces videos. Let me go onto YouTube quickly. My subscriptions. Can you see an entire list of this somewhere? Let's have a look. So I'll start with Force. Then I'll go down the list and say... You know, I kind of enjoy the Cox and Crendor. Jesse Cox and Crendor are both okay. Both pretty good. Let's have a look. Dodgers also kind of good. Gamer MD83s kind of good. I love her passion for the game series and franchises that she supports. That to me is just so good to see. Who else? Oh, in terms of streamers, I don't know, Kriparian's okay. I watched him a little bit the other day. He's okay. I like his I don't care kind of attitude. But I don't watch that many streams, honestly. I just saw it because I scrolled by him here on YouTube. I don't know, it's too difficult to say. Currently I watch the most Force videos. I do watch Total Biscuit from time to time. I watch the odd Tobuscus video here and there. I watch some of the Yogscast guys because, you know, they're kind of good. At least some of them. And so on. And so forth. Dopefish. He's a very good streamer. Always entertaining to watch. But it's too difficult for me to give you top lists. I'm bad at top lists. Okay, it probably took me like a month to figure out my top games of 2013. So sorry about that. Next. Taxable Heat. Do you praise the sun? Now, I have no idea what that means, but I looked at two people who replied to this comment right here, and apparently it's got something to do with Dark Souls. I'm sorry. Whoosh. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. It's some other Dark Souls meme or something. It's got something to do with the game, so maybe... Yeah, yes. Yes, I praise the sun. Of course I do. Of course I do. I'm Lumin. Lumin praises the sun. So there you go. I hope I didn't say something really bad now. Ropname. Hi Lumin, maybe in the next Q&A you could also give us your opinion on the Oculus Facebook deal. What do you think of it, and what are your thoughts on the Oculus equipment? Or were you into it? I don't like it at all, honestly. I don't like the Oculus Rift one bit. I like the potential it has a lot. So don't get me wrong, virtual reality in general is just really cool, but the Oculus Rift is very clunky, and I think it's something that would only be really good, and I'd only really be converted to an Oculus believer if I could try it out for myself, which I haven't. So I guess I don't have that bias on my side yet. As it stands right now, I'm just not really into it. Not really. The Oculus Facebook deal, I think it's great. That's a lot of funding right there. And as far as I can tell, they've got the right idea. If John Carmack says he trusts them, then I trust them. Because he's a genius. Then, Joshua Colprin. I have... recently started playing Guild Wars 2, and it seems like it's taken forever to level up. So here's my question. How long did it take you to get to level 80? Super long. Okay, it took me so long. I think I played to like 65 or 70, and then I just started doing fun stuff, and my levels stopped going up. And then I finally got to max level, and then I just made a new character anyway. But it took me long. Okay, like months. Long. And that's it. That was the final question. Nero is still here, except now he's staring distantly out the door. Oh, my boy. My pup. I'm gonna go cuddle with him now. Give him a few schnuffles, a few kissies. Because he deserves them. He's looking very miserable. I think he could do with them. So I'm gonna do that now. If you guys want to leave a question, you can do so as a comment below. And I might answer it in 2 weeks' time. Go ahead. Leave the questions. Give this video a like. Share it with everyone you know. And do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy praise in the sun. Whatever that means. Happy that.